Okay, I think I'm live. Uh-oh. Okay, so this is my first time going live on YouTube. And yeah, so today I'm here to just pretty much ask questions. I've been getting a lot of questions and emails. And so I was told I should go live, you guys, but I'm really like nervous because I don't really know what to say. I normally like try to have a presentation or something. Um, so I guess what I can do is kind of tell you a little bit about myself for those that don't know me. I've been in real estate for about 20 years. I've been licensed 18 years, I think now. Just got licensed in Texas, which is completely different than California. Um, I moved to Texas, but to do specifically tax deeds, and I'm so grateful I did do that. And I'm now here to teach other people about tax deeds and overages. It's one of the best investments I probably could have ever done. I've been investing for years, you guys, years. I started out with, the foreclosures, the knocking on doors, and did the fix and flips to wholesaling. I mean, I've pretty much done everything you could think about except for the new stuff like, Airbnb arbitrage and all that stuff. I don't do that. I'm really trying to, I want to do something different. I really want to build, I really want to do some development, which leads me to tax deeds. I feel like my first tax deed property was a piece of land. I bought it for 750, sold it for 15,000, and the rest was history. And so basically, what I do is I kind of, when I'm doing my videos, actually working for a student. That's how I do most of my content, or I'm actually doing my own work. So most of my videos and my content is basically from something that either happened to me or a question that one of my students asked. And so I'm kind of helping them do the research. But feel free to drop a comment if I think I'm in the right place for the comments. This is, it says chat disconnected. Oh, let's see what this means. It says unable to connect chat. So I don't know how to connect it. Oh, wow. Oh, wait, maybe it's connected now. I don't know. I'm new to this, so I'm just trying to figure things out. But I said, one of the things I can definitely say if you're watching this video, you're watching this live, is sometimes you just have to do it. Even when you don't know or you don't understand, you just have to do it. Mistakes gives you, it makes you stronger, it makes you smarter, it makes you wiser. So yeah, here I am on YouTube Live. Don't know what to say or what to do, and it's saying that it's my chat cannot connect. I don't know why that is, um, but here I am. I don't even know how you can do comments if someone wanted to make a comment, which is super weird. So anyway, um, what else would I like to say? Okay, I could tell you an interesting story that happened to me the other day, and that's for the overages. I was actually helping a student, well, in a mastermind, one of my masterminds that I did, and we've been working on this for like a long time. And I was so super pissed. I felt like a newbie all over again because I hired a notary and I paid the notary extra to walk the claim form into the county to make sure that, we would actually get our money within the week. And I oftentimes tell my students, you have to have a wet signature, but I never thought to have like the original document. So I emailed the notary the document, and she went and notarized it. And I said, if I pay you an extra $10, will you walk it into the county? And she said, absolutely. So it was like 80 bucks. And so I was like, this was on a Monday. I was like, by Friday, we would have the check and I could split it with my student. And the county was like, we need the original form. And I was like, the original form, like, why does that even matter when it's a wet signature? And it just really, 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 really pissed me off because I'm like, it's the same form. Like, why do you need the original form? If anything, you need the original signature in a wet seal by the notary. But Needless to say, I say that all to say that these counties sometimes and these governments do not want to give these claimants their money. It's just ridiculous. And so I called and I complained about it and they were like, "Well, it's the back of the form." And so when I have the original form cuz sometimes you don't want to like give the original form away cuz you're afraid that you'd have to wait for the county to send you another form all over again. And they were like, "Oh, it's what's on the back of the form." I was like, "Are you kidding me? The form looks like a freaking brochure." I'm like, "This cannot be true." But I say that all to say that some counties will make you jump through 15 million hoops, like literally. So, anyway, needless to say, I really have a vendetta for next year. I'm really going to go hard in the paint. I'm going to try to collect as many overages from this county because now I know their little intricacies that they try to stop people from getting it. And the interesting thing, this claimant actually tried to go get his own overage claim and he couldn't get it. So he hired us. Well, my student called him. So my student was able to get a hold of him and do the whole process or whatever. And she got a full time job. So I took over it because we do split it 50-50 in my mastermind. And I know a lot of people have been asking about my mastermind cohort and it's what, March. So I've had a few now I have some new lists. Now I just kind of need to scrub those lists and make sure that they're not a hard county to work. So a lot of people have been asking me about the masterminds. That's probably one of my flagship products because we all work together as a team collectively, and then I kind of carry the torch when students aren't able to complete the process. So anyway, needless to say, that process hopefully will be done, hopefully by April because the redemption period's almost up. So anyway, yeah, that was like one of my hardest things that I had last week. I was so pissed, you guys. I was just like, "Ugh, these counties." But anyway, overages is an emotional roller coaster sometimes because you might think you're going to get this like $50,000 check, and either the claimant might get busy and they stop taking your calls, or they try to start second guessing, and right when you think you're going to get it, you don't. Like, for example, this claimant, I've been working, well, my student have been working for 6 months, and now I'm here to like close the deal. And so it can be a up and down, and she literally was like, "I don't even care anymore." That's what my student, I said, but that's when you don't give up. You cannot give up. What else can I say about investing? Well, overages, yeah, you definitely it's not for the faint in heart. I'll tell you that for sure. When I first started, I hit my head a couple of times until I kind of just went over and have a process. And I kind of could tell you guys my process when it comes to overages. Um, I do start out with a big list. Of course, I do start with a lot of the higher ones, and then I narrow them down. A quick tip that I could give away for free is that, Cash App and Venmo, people be having their phone number. So if you know the claimant's name, if you put it in Venmo or Cash App, you could probably more than likely get a hold of the claimant. So that's one of the golden nuggets I'm gonna give away on this live. If you're definitely interested in overages, for those that don't know what overages are, they're one of the best investments I personally feel you can invest in real estate because you don't really have to put a lot of money in. So we're probably at $200 for this claimant that I was working for my student. But it's about, I think it's like a $30,000 claim. So, and then we split that, but this is a student of mine. So I think she started at 15. I have to look at the contract. I think it's 15% of that. Um, so those are some of the things you just have to think about. I forgot what I was about to say. No, I was saying my process. So I start off with the list, and then I try to find the claimants. If I have a claimant, and I find that either through Venmo, Cash App, I do a lot of texting. I don't do a lot of calling initially. And then after that, I just hone in. So if I know that I have the right number and the right contact, it's like persistence weighs down resistance. So you have to keep on continuously doing it. But I promise if you dedicate 10, maybe 15 hours a week doing that, you could definitely get a claim. And for tax deeds, I feel like you do have to have money definitely up front, but it's not as strenuous. So it's kind of like, a balance. With overages, you don't have to put a lot of money in, but you got to put in a lot of work. Whereas tax deeds, you don't have to put in as much work and you get results actually faster. So it's a balancing act. I started combining tax deed and overages because when I was teaching my students to like go to the auction, I was like, they could double dip. Like if you're at the auction, you might as well get the data to collect the overage. And so it becomes a win-win situation. So if you're only interested in tax deeds, I would highly suggest, trying to dip your toe in the overage if you're actively a tax deed investor. Um, I originally did just start doing tax deeds, and then as auctions started, they started shutting down options. That's when I started picking up more on overages, and I thought it was just like a great investment tool because a lot of people don't have a lot of money to invest, but this gives you a way to invest in, tax deeds is by doing overages. So it's kind of like a win-win, in my opinion. And I always tell people it's my opinion, it's not fact. Um, so yeah, that's just me ranting and raving. I don't like to talk a lot, believe it or not, you guys don't know. My mom tried to get me on YouTube before YouTube became a thing, and I just really didn't like being in front of the camera. Like right now, it feels like super weird to be in front of the camera talking live, but here I am. And I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened, but it still says that my chat is disconnected. So I was hoping that I'd be able to interact with a few people, but I guess I won't be able to do that this time. Um, but hopefully next time I'll get better at it and I'll be able to interact with my community. Um, and if you guys do have any questions, I guess leave comments and then I could like answer the comments. I don't even know if you could do that because, like I said, this is my first time doing a live. Um, what else can I talk about? I wish there was something I really wanted to do a Q&A, and the crazy thing about it is I can't do a Q&A because I can't get my live chat to act right. Let's see. Huh. Oh wow. Anyway, I'm gonna like leave because I don't know what else to say. But I guess the thing I said is it wasn't as scary as I thought, you guys, because I was like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna get on YouTube Live. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say." I think that the any if you could take anything from this video, I like to inspire, encourage people is to just do it. Like I have been there. If you are new to tax deed or overage investing, I've been there where I did not know step one to step two. Um, I've been, slammed in because when I started investing, you guys, I started knocking on doors. And me and my sister have so many stories. Like, sister is 6 years younger than me. So we were like in our 20s knocking on doors for foreclosure. And I say this all to say that we didn't know what the heck we were doing, but we got our first deal and made $80,000 in our 20s. And I just say that all to say that you just got to do it sometimes. So that's like my little